For this video, let's go ahead and look at the reports. Now, I'm running the trader right now and I don't want to stop it, but that's okay. Something else I needed to show in these videos anyway is that you can run, you can open it, you can open the program up a second time and it won't interfere with the previous one. Just don't run the trade cycle twice on in two windows. You don't want two different programs messing with the same files. So here we're going to go to option number 7, which is running the reports. There's 4 types of reports, but only 3 options. So the first one, I'm going to make the font size a little smaller just because that's a little annoying. There we go. Okay. So the first one will show and save a growth report for all markets and forecast for expected single market growth. Okay, so 2 things. One, it'll show and save a growth report for every market. And the next one, it'll give a general forecast for the expected growth of a single market, of any random single market. Okay, and the next 2 options are show and save the average unbiased growth for all of trading so far, and show and save HODL versus Volatronix. And HODL means hold on for dear life. It just means buy and hold. That'll show if Volatronix is performing better or worse than simply having bought and held at the starting prices. All right, so let's start with number 1. And I can scroll up and show that for every market I'm trading, there's a growth report like this that shows an unbiased growth. It shows individual growth. I've got 8.02% less USDT and 8.55% more REN. And that'll be true for every market that's gone down in price that has more buys and sells initially. And then at the bottom, you've got the forecast. And so the forecast is based on this. There's been 49 trades. The average unbiased growth across all markets is almost 0.1%, which seems a little high. I do expect that as the total trades gets to like 2,000, this number will be less, probably closer to, well, actually, it might be close to 0.1%. Let me think about that. What is 3% of 3%? I think that would be 0.09%. So actually, yeah, that might be pretty close to accurate, surprisingly. Anyway, so basically on any random market, we can expect an unbiased growth of 9.44% on 100 trades. We can expect 146% unbiased growth on 1,000 trades, and we can expect 828,125% unbiased growth on 10,000 trades. And you can do some math, like, how many days have you been running the system, the total trades, you divide the number of markets, you find out the average number of trades per market, and then you can forecast approximately when you'll get to this amount. So forecasting is pretty cool, and it becomes more accurate the more trades that are in there. Things that will throw off forecasting are when you're trading outside of the parameters, meaning maybe you've got forced minimum trades set to true, maybe you're using the momentum filter. That'll throw some more randomness into the forecasting. So by default, forecasting is pretty accurate. Now, if you mess around with other parameters, you might throw that off a little bit, but still over more and more trades, no matter what the parameters are, you'll get more accurate forecasts. Okay, and then let's look at the second one, which is just the average unbiased growth. Well, it shows the unbiased growth of every market and then the individuals. It's like just a subset of the previous one. To me, this is the bottom line, right? I don't value dollars more than any other crypto. I just know that even if 90% of crypto's value is gone, but I have 1,000 times more of it, the value of that crypto still increased 10 times, right? So that's my goal. I'm growing a basket of items, and I know that if the basket's big enough, I'm going to be rich. Okay, currently the value here has gone down a little bit, right? The initial combined value is 799, currently is 782. That's okay because the unbiased growth of everything is positive, and I know that on every single buy, that increases the future value of every sell permanently. All right, next. Show and save HODL versus Volatronix. And I'm going, and now this one, it has to be, like you might be trading multiple quote currencies against many other coins, but you have to do this one per quote currency so that the numbers don't like, right, like, if Bitcoin is a base and dollars is another base, you're not going to get an accurate report. So we're going to do this, and we see that those same numbers, right? The starting value of all my coins and allocations and the current value of all my allocations. I've I'm down about $16 currently since, 1 day ago. But the average price change of all markets was minus 4.26%. So I should have lost about twice as much. I should have lost about 30 something dollars in value, because the account value percent change is only 2.11, right? So that means that V Ultra is performing 2.16% better than just buying and holding crypto at the starting investment prices. So early on, the first few hundred trades per market, there's a chance that this number will be negative, and that's okay. That just means that the prices of the average price of all markets is going up fast, right? And since we're selling along the way, we don't get our maximum value of just selling at all the highs, right? But we are doing better if all of the prices are falling. We're not going to fall as far, right? And we're priming for bigger gains on the bull runs. So so okay, so next, let's go ahead and look at those reports generated every single day. You get new growth reports, right? If I run this tomorrow, there'll be 4 new reports here, right? Each one has here, let's make this text bigger. I don't think the text is much bigger, but this is the compare to hodl, right? That's just a text file that shows what you already saw, but it is saved, so you can, look at this over time and watch the, forecasting get more accurate. Um, it really boosts confidence in the system. There's the forecast. You can, that's one I would definitely compare a month from now and a month later and a month later. But you can run this report. It'll overwrite the previous reports if you do the same, if you run the reports on the same day. But the next day, it'll make a unique one. Okay, so there will never be more than one type of report per day. So if you want to run that at like, 10 p.m. at night before you go to sleep every night, that's a good way to do it, right? This is, the entire market growth report. Now, when you're getting emails, the email per trade will be like this, right? If SNX has a trade and you want the robot to email you, it'll email you something similar to this, very similar to this. I might have moved some lines around, but it's essentially the same as this report. All right, and that sums it up for reports. See you in the next video.